Welcome everybody to Fishkeeper Southwest. Yes, it looks familiar. It is a maidenhead, but this is the flagship of the area. So, Fishkeeper Southwest. Look at it. It looks gorgeous. It's big. It's got a lot of variety. You can tell that as soon as you come through the door. But the real gem is the wall after wall after wall of tropical tanks. Oh, Mrs. Shrimp. I thought I knew the back of that head. They honestly just kept going. There's always that moment where you think, I'll turn the corner and it's going to be goldfish or cold water fish, but it just kept going. 4 walls surrounding a marine center with an extra live bearer on the outside. This is how I was going to do the video, but then this happened. That smile.
Well, it's safe to say it's not the sunniest day I've ever had down in Cornwall, but here we are. We're at the PFK on the road event. Got some awesome fish in this place. I've never been here, Southwest Fishkeeper. There's lots of tanks. There's a great marine section from a non-marine keeper. It looks like a great marine section. I'll try and get some decent footage of the stuff that's in there. Sorry about the audio. I didn't bring microphones or anything like that. I wasn't really planning on filming too much. I don't know if we're going to be leaving here with any new livestock because there's nothing that screams that there are beautiful fish. Don't get me wrong, there's some stunning quality fish here. Some stunning whiptails, some beautiful plecos, some absolutely stunning baby joeys. If you don't follow us, that's L204 plecos, by the way. They're all called Joey, always. We're gonna get Matt to draw the winner for our followers competition in just a few minutes, I think. But yeah, it's been a really enjoyable day. Free coffee that takes half an hour to get, but yeah. Alex is a really, really nice guy. I'm going to go in and have a quick look at the scape that they're doing. It's a beautiful tank, by the way. Absolutely stunning tank. The most striking thing about it for me is the stand. The cabinet is stunning. It's not solid wood. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it is absolutely beautiful. If you've got that sort of what I would call classier country style dark oak interior in your house, that is going to really, really fit in well. Yeah, it's been a really good day so far. Straight through the door, conversation with Matt. He is a lovely guy. Then put me on to another gentleman who we'd already bumped into, talking about our 236 super whites and how he's looking for a female, and we're gonna sort that out with him. Get him a nice quality female. Really, really nice guy again. So it was a lot of talking before I even actually got to look inside the tanks. And I'll tell you, it was just over 3 hours for us to get here, and so far, absolutely worth it.
Apologies guys, I really had intended on making this video really enjoyable for you all, but in the end there were so many people there and I got distracted by having a genuinely good time. Well, now this little pupper really took me by surprise. I hung around this tank for far too long trying to get a good look at that gorgeous little face that they have. I'm not going to try and even guess at what species it is, but I'll tell you what it is for me is an absolute dream tank filler. Now we all know that my marine fish species knowledge is as extensive as the sprint range of the late Stephen Hawkins, but you do not need to be a master in marine biology to know that whatever that white, black and orange gorgeous fish is absolutely sublime. Honestly, In just today, it has made it to the top 10 fish I wish to keep.
So, food stop, and the M5 being what it is, especially in wet weather, there's a crash, as there always is. So, get some scram before the hour delay, eh? Well, shattered and frankly looking homeless. Finally back. Had a fantastic day down at Practical Fish Keeping on the road at Southwest Fish Keeper. Sorry if I butchered that. It's a weird name. It's basically Maidenhead's flagship shop down there. And what a store. There's a lot of tanks. I honestly didn't get much footage, as much as I intended, because I had a great time hanging out with Alex, the editor of PFK. Such a nice guy. And Mr. Shopman. Took up far too much of his time. But yeah, some silliness was had. But honestly, an awesome day. There was some sort of competition or something to win a fluval filter. No idea, that didn't seem to come about. They also had a raffle on, which would have been no good for us because it was drawn after the date. We're not going back down there to get a small fish tank. It was a wicked prize if you're local. For us, it was never going to work. But something I didn't expect was actually goodie bags. I've got this really, and I'm going to use a mum word here, snazzy mug. Which came with all sorts of goodies. A fluval pen, so I can use that because it doesn't have a Waze written on it like we had before. Sweeties, of course, and suspicious packages, which you may or may not have already seen earlier in this if I decided to show you. I think that is a mineral ball for shrimp, but I don't know because there is nothing to tell me. I am guessing that is some sort of food, although I genuinely don't think that you would be able to explain that to a police officer. And this is quite clearly Vitalis or Vitalis, whatever you want to call it. It's actually really good stuff. Did a video about this. It's actually here. A video about this on the channel. And yeah, I probably will buy more of that. It won't be this one. I will look at the carnival one, and I will probably look at the Cory specific one, but the Cory one only comes in a 1 mil pellet size, and we've got some pretty big Corys that could probably do with a 2 mil, so we'll see. But in the gizzard bag also, bug bites. Don't forget, we have gizzard bags for the first through the door at our event, Fish Fate, October the 5th, over in Quedgeley in Gloucester. See the Fish Fate Facebook page for that. The deals on the day, there was 10% off all dry goods, essentially. We came away with this piece of wood that I don't know why. It's got nothing to do with fish tanks, so that's what I've been told. That was a Mrs. Shrimp purchase right there. But no, it was a Mr. Shrimp purchase. I was told to buy it by Mrs. Shrimp. I think it's going to be that way. I believe it's going to be some sort of table decoration. That's a very expensive piece of wood for a table decoration. But anyway, 20% off livestock. I went with no plans and no idea what they stocked. We were served by a guy called Roy, and he's not as old as he sounds. Like I believe I am the youngest Ian in existence. He is definitely the youngest Roy in existence. Ex-Navy guy, so big respect there. Got all the time in the world for those lads, because boats were never my thing. I'd much rather be in a helicopter. But we got some fish, 20% off, couldn't refuse them. Not just because they were cheaper than they normally would have been, but they're stunners. And they were things that were on the list to get later in the year. We can accommodate them now. And in a month's time at Fish Fate, when a lot of these fish aren't here anymore, they're going to have a lot more space. If you make the trip down there, and I highly recommend you do, it is a well-stocked store. And Roy is very, very excited that they have a Brazilian delivery on its way to them very soon. So that's got all the stuff that he and I are both passionate about, Corys, Plecos, that sort of stuff. They had some gorgeous crying whiptails in there that I might have footage of them. I'll put that on. If I haven't already put it on, I would have already put that on. Wow, very tired. Up at 5, we were at the house at 0600. We were on site with an obligatory McDonald's breakfast at 09:30 hours. But it took nearly 5 hours to get back, because people can't drive on the M5 or in the wet. Anyway, so we have in this one of my favorite fish, one of a lot of people's favorite fish. We have a gorgeous pair of German blue rams. Now, straight up, in all of the tanks in the tropical section, there is coloured lighting. They are not just pure white. Seems to be all white and red. Doesn't seem to be much blue. I didn't notice any blue in most of them. But these, yeah, they really look good. Now, I bought that knowing that there is some red coloration lighting in there, which may help out the oranges on the German blue rams. But the blue spangling on them, I've been looking for nice rams for a while. They were very reasonably priced, especially with the, guys, chill out, the 20% off. So we bought 2 pairs because that is, I've had them in the past, but never ever even attempted to breed them because I don't believe I've got the time. But it's something we are going to try. So, moving on, we have 2 more just to go with the ones we already have. Gorgeous, large red lizard whiptails, L10As. You won't be able to see them in there, I'm sure you won't. But they are beautiful, absolutely stunning. And then one that we have struggled with in the past, and they were on the list to try and breed. And I say try and breed, everybody seems to find it really, really easy, but we struggled to even keep them alive. Mostly because even the coldest this room ever has been is probably still too warm. 24 degrees apparently is fine, but it hasn't been for us. So going into winter, we are going into a lot more fish that are temperate, because there's a lot of families out there, especially with the cost of living crisis, this, all that, whatever. Tropical fish keeping is a luxury. And if you can't afford to put the heating on, your fish tank is really, really going to be cranking with the amount of heat you're using. So with the things like rice fish and Japanese blue endlers, even the scarlet endlers, if we get those to breed quality, some of the guppies, and these guys, the Harlequin rasbora. I'm joking. It's a CPD, or celestial peridanios. What's the other word for them? Oh, galaxy rasboras. Yeah, I don't, I don't see the point in Harlequin rasboras, so, like, never mind. Anyone who knows me will be like, surely not, but no. You'll probably never ever see them here, just not interested. So we got 10. They are very, very small. They are absolutely beautiful. I mean, not now. They look like a leucistic ghost now, but they were beautiful. And like I said, Roy, the guy who served us, a huge, huge tank full of tiny CPDs. He let me inspect every single one before I was happy with it. I didn't ask for that. That's just clearly standard practice down there. And I highly rate it. But that might not be all we came back with. But these are tiny. They've got a couple of months, a good couple of months, 6 months, so to grow up before we even want them to start breeding. So they've got plenty of time. And in the meantime, they will be going in with the rice fish. Sorry, can't even England, my brain is so tired. With the rice fish fry. So similar size fry, similar-ish kind of diet, that'll be fine. And selling point, what really sold me to buy Roy's CPDs is these are already eating Cyclops daily. And as we all know, that's one of my favorite foods, especially if I'm trying to get an egg layer to breed. Cyclops, full nutritional profile, a complete protein, much better than Artemia. Anyway, there is one more bag, but it's not up here. It's actually going in a display tank. It's going in Mrs. Shrimp's tank. Let's have a little guess what it is, shall we?
Okay, no, we got a lady to help us. Yeah, I can't help you.
So do forgive me, just out here sorting some water out for the maintenance day tomorrow, because the traffic took so long. I'm very, very behind on the maintenance that would normally happen today. Now it has to happen tomorrow because Mr. Shopmat decided to do his visit on a Saturday, which was actually quite thoughtful. But yeah, congratulations, Jeff. It's funny because myself and Matt were actually just talking about my most interactive follower is Jeff, and then out of all the names, he pulls that one out of the bag. Just yeah, me and Jeff, we've got very, very similar tastes in fish, and yeah, we communicate almost as much as I communicate with Mrs. Shrimp. Right guys, that really is all I've got for you on that one. I highly recommend visiting the store down south. If you can get down there, make the effort. Also, if you get the opportunity to visit any of the other PFK on the road events, I definitely recommend going there. It is well worth the effort, almost no matter how much effort it requires. So I'm going to leave you now with the new Rams. No, they didn't go into quarantine. Sue me. They are chowing down on some Dr. Basilia medium acai, which is actually just one of the 5 Dr. Basilia foods that Jeff won just by following us. So if there was ever a reason to like, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, it's freebies. We all love freebies. Now, as always, I hope you all find a reason to make somebody smile today. See you in the next one.